Yeah, I have created JS form.html, one HTML page, because we need to create a form, right? First, we need to create form, and then we need to apply the validation for that form. How the JavaScript form validation will work. We'll see that only. Okay. And we have some other concepts also. So don't be, like JavaScript classes we have. Okay, inheritance concept we have. That concept we will see in TypeScript class. Okay, don't confuse JavaScript in basic JavaScript. The advanced concepts of JavaScripts are there. Inheritance concept, prototype is there. Okay, so these type of concepts you will see in the TypeScript class, because TypeScript is advanced JavaScript only. So there, if you will see that conditions, then you will easily understand that. Now, if I'll tell also that you will get it. So because of that, I'm passing that and that topics and what are the related to the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So that concept we are covered. Okay, so today the end of the JavaScript class. So from Monday we will start the TypeScript class. Okay, then in the TypeScript we will see the classes. Okay, and interfaces, inheritance concept, how inheritance will work. Okay, and how multiple inheritance will work. These type of concept we will cover. Okay, then and prototype concept. Okay, polymorphism. So these type of concepts also JavaScript will support. So these type of things we will see in the TypeScript class. Okay. So JS form.html I'm running in the Go live. Nothing came because I didn't write anything. So okay. So that JavaScript form validation. Okay. Title is form validation, and here we need to add the TypeScript file also, right? Like JavaScript file also, right? So J dot this. Added new form, and here we need to replace that, right? JS hyphen form. So now that JSs are included, okay, we will close these things. And we will keep that two files because these forms concept is little big, and we will get it. So, so we already seen that form, how we will write form. So we will start with the form. Okay, start with the form, and inside that, first basically what we will see, just input type username and password. Okay, and one we will keep on submit button. So when if I'm not entering that username and password, I'm trying to click on the submit button. We need to show that yes, like username and password are required. Okay, but we will see with the JavaScript validation. JavaScript how we will write that type of validation. We will see. Then we will add some more controls, and we'll see how that will control should work. Fine. First label we need to write, right? Label. Label. This label is for username. Okay, username. Here I'm applying the code. Next, input type equal to text. Text box. Username is text box in right. So ID is must and should. That is that I'm giving username. And name also we need to give for the input controls, right? Same that username only. Done. Okay. I am refreshing. right? Okay, we got right. Extra close there. Where it is? This one. Done. Username in field is created. Next, same thing we will add for password also. Password. Input type equal to text. Instead of that, I'm taking input type equal to password. Here, ID is password. ID I'm taking. Okay. Name also it is password only. Done. Now username password. After the text, you need to give right. So if you don't want to give that, so then you can apply for inside the div. Okay. You don't want to apply the breaks. You don't want to apply the breaks, then see here. Still you're getting that without break also you will get that. Okay. So you can remove this break. Then again one more div. I'm keeping this label inside that div. Okay. So one more div. I'm keeping this one. Done. So still we got that without breaks also we got the same here. Okay. And just we will write a small CSS. Okay. Here style internal styling I'm writing. Okay. Just I'm applying the div padding I'm applying. Okay. Just 10 pics to look good only. See how it is looking. So top and bottom 5 pics only I want, not 10 pics. Now it is looking good. Next. Okay. Text align center we will make like this if you can. Otherwise, if you don't want this, left. That's it. Now I will keep here submit button. One submit button. So I'm creating one div. So button type equal to button. Instead of that button, we will take submit. Next on click. Okay, we have seen that event handling we have seen right. When we are clicking on the submit button, I am creating one function that is validate form. Validate form. Now we'll go to here. We need to write that function right here, validate form. So I have written the validate form function. So first submit here text we need to write right value equal to submit. Okay, submit button. If I'm clicking now, nothing is happening. You can see here. Okay, nothing happening. Just form is refreshing. Nothing is happening because I didn't return the Java the validations. I didn't return. If I'm clicking on the submit, I need to get the alert message like username and password are mandatory. Okay, a username is required. Username is required. Password is required. If I'm clicking on the submit, first that two fields are required fields. How we will write that validation means first where uname or username equal to, so both text boxes having IDs right. So I'm getting that text box. Get element by ID of ID is first one, first box ID is username. Okay, username dot value or username only. You can take that only. Why I have taken only username, we will see next. Okay, and you pass. Some you pass equal to document dot same thing get element by ID of pass the password. Next, here I'm writing if condition. If you name dot value, okay, you name dot value equal to empty. Okay, this is empty. It will represent empty or password. Then you pass. Okay, dot value equal to if it is also empty, then I'm giving alert message. Username and password must be required. So here you can just understand the concepts that form concept. In Angular we have reactive forms is there. There that is advanced, really advanced. That okay. Here just you need to know in JavaScript. Sometimes if your project is not supporting that Angular forms, then you need to depend on with the JavaScript form validation. Okay, this type with this only you need to write the form validations. Now, if you can see here, if I'm clicking, I didn't enter nothing. Okay, I didn't enter username, I didn't enter password also. If I'm clicking on the submit, see, we got username and password must be required. Okay, I'm entering now username test. Okay, some test I have entered. Again, I have to submit. Okay? Anyone is empty, right? Why it is submitting? Will won't submit, right? Test. Start well. Okay, so no problem. We'll keep the debugger and we'll see, right? We have option, this option only, debugger option. Because of this only, debugger is important. Now, password spelling. Okay, thanks. Great. Okay, no need now debugger. So if I'm clicking on this, username and password must be required. If I'm writing here test, still I will get because the password is mandatory, right? If anyone is empty, so the next step is I'm entering the test as well as password also I'm entering. If I'm clicking on the submit, okay, form is refreshing, right? So sometimes when you are if you take Facebook page, that login page, username and password, while you are entering that login username and password, you are redirecting to the next page, right? Some like home page, right? Facebook home page you are redirecting, right? How we will redirect that to the next page? Okay, we'll see on form. Okay, action. We have one thing is action. So what we will do, we need to navigate that to the one any other HTML page we can navigate. Okay. Uh, I will create. Okay. Welcome message. Some welcome.html. Okay. Welcome.html. I have created that. We will take these things will take. So without that also you can write it. Okay. No problem. Welcome. welcome to next page or welcome to home page. Here we need to give the name that is message.html, welcome.html. Okay, welcome.html. Test 1, 2, 3. If I'm submitting, okay, so it is navigated to the welcome to home page, right? The that error message came. Still, it is navigating to the next page, right? To avoid that, okay, to avoid that, in JavaScript we have one more page there. Okay? When navigation things, particularly navigation things occurred only. Okay? If no navigation to another page, okay, this action is not required. Okay? In that time, so after you are not submitting, just you will display that, okay, login successful. Okay? That message if you are displaying means in that cases you don't require the form action. There it need to navigate. Okay? That cases you don't require actually. Okay? Sometimes what they will write here, okay, here if condition else, okay, else some if that projects are related to the Angular means is that router that navigate to the home page directly we will navigate actually, but through form also we can navigate here by using the actions, right? These action will also will work by using the on submit method. On submit, okay, then we will remove this actually. On clicking submit, we are not validating actually. On clicking submit, we are not validating. When we are submitting the form, this submit button when you are clicking, this method only will call actually. Okay, this method only will call. Here, return validate form. Here, we will give alert test login successful. Okay, so return validate form. That is method, right? So we have given the function syntax on submit. Now you can check when I'm clicking on the submit button, this on submit method will call actually. Okay, there still we will keep here like this only, right? So I'm refreshing this. Okay, I'm entering the username test123. Okay, and I'm not entering the password. I'm clicking on the submit. Okay, still it is going. Okay, but by still it is going to the welcome to home page. So my intention is when username and password is entered there, right? If he will enter that username and password, then he will navigate to the home page. But here password is not entered, right? Still it is going to home, right? To stop that, we will give here return statement. Okay, that because of these only return statements are important. Okay, return false. Here I will return true. Okay, we will execute the same test. Okay, username is entered and submit. I have submit. See, if you are clicking again and again also, it will not navigate until unless you have entered that password 1, 2, 3, something, anything password. Submit. Okay, login successful. It's navigate to the home page. Okay, so this is the on submit method, action, on click method. These are differences actually. Differences means when you will use that on click method, so whenever you don't want to navigate to any another page, same page only you need to do the navigation. Some username information to get that ID tokens. Actually, sometimes we will have that type of dummy page, username and password. Or if you are entered that username and password, there it will generate tokens actually. That tokens we will keep in the storage. In that cases, particular cases only, we will use the on-click method. But action and on-submit method, when we will use this, whenever we will require that form need to be submit to the server, and you need to navigate, need to submit the server. Okay, that is the actual intention. Actually, action means welcome to HTML. That is here HTML page I have created, right? It generally that pages are JSP pages or server pages, server pages. That server pages will get this form data and it will display on the home page. That user information will display on the home page. Okay? And this is on submit method and action. Now we have written only simple like username and password. If you are not entered username, that user, and if you are not entered password, in that case you will get username and passwords are not required. Okay, you are getting only that validation message. So now we will take some bigger form, like we'll take username, and that username character must be minimum 6 characters length is there. Okay, how we will handle that type of error? We will handle that type of errors. We'll see. And also sometimes we will see labels like username is required in beside the text box or side by side the text box. This field is required. We will get this field. This is the type of error message, right? So that error message also we will display. How we will display that error message? So those things will be username, password, and so confirm password. Also. Okay, we will add password and confirm password. This one is confirm password. So we will change the IDs. Input type equal to password, ID, confirm password. Okay, C password. Name also C password. Now we'll come to here. Username, we'll refresh here. Username, password, confirm password. We got that only, right? And username, password, confirm password. And we will add the mobile number. Email, mobile number. Okay, we will add this. Mobile number or phone number. Now we have seen username, password, confirm password, email, and mobile number. So now I want to add validations like first username you are entering, right? That username must be minimum 6 character length. Yes, that is one validation. First, we will add that all the required fields will be added. We will add all the required fields. So for that purpose, we need to get the all the form fields, right? Where C you pass. Confirm password. Document that get element by ID of sorry. Not not we will add now. Okay. Input type equal to email, we will not add now because that input type email is HTML5. If you write default only, so So programmatically, it will validate. If I write to type equal to email, when I'm clicking on the submit, automatically it will validate that actually. Because of that, I'm not writing input type equal to email. So that we will write later. Actually, username and password you're entering, right? Okay, username and password you're entering, right? So that username and password, if you give the required, then will also it will work actually. But without that required also, we need to see this. Just 1 minute, yes, I got call. Yes, Prasenjit. No, actually I'm in name today. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Sorry, yes. Okay. Uh, yeah, Pavan, just now I told you, right? Input type equal to email is advanced. That also we can use directly. So this, without this, okay, without all these also, if I will add just here required attribute. So when these required attributes came means it must be five actually. Advanced was initial JavaScript when that JavaScript is implemented. That time these required fields are not there. Okay, so that required fields we will keep, but still we need to have a custom validations, right? Like this 6 characters length, in 6 characters length. These type of things we need to add, right? Because of that, also we need to write the validation. So in JavaScript, we will write that type of validation. Input type equal to email if you use, if you write here input type equal text, type equal text, right? Username required. Okay. Now if you submit this, see here. Okay. Have commented the function. Nothing function is not there. Okay. Submit. You got that right? Browser will always I'll automatically give you that validation factor. But to understand you the how the JavaScript validations will work. The custom type of validations also, like I told you, right? Just Here you are entering the usernames like six, 5, 6 letters are only two letters only you have entered here. Okay. In that cases, you want to show a error message like minimum 6 characters username must be minimum 6 characters. I want to show that error. So you can't do that with the default things. Okay. So because of that, I haven't said. Still, that email input type equal to email also will work. Here, input type equal to password I haven't given, right? Input type equal to email. No problem. Maybe I'm removing that required thing. Okay. You get confused. Here also, each and everything we need to take, right? C password, right? Password, we have given C password. Next, where password, confirm password and email, right? Same thing, we have taken ID as email. Where phone, I'm taking here phone equal to same document that get element by ID of phone. In here we have given phone number. Okay, and so I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 fields are there. First thing we will easily implement by using here upass and cupass equal to empty or so whenever you will get this much of things, right, then what you can do here. Okay, or otherwise you can give here enter. Okay, next cupass, right, email equal to empty, enter, or phone equal to empty. All fields required. So instead of that single, all fields required. Now, if I'm submitting this, all fields required. Anything, if you are missed, I have given this password, confirm password, submit. Okay, still we will get, oh, login successful. Why? Why we got login successful? Dot value is missing, right? Okay, okay. See here, email data, submit, all fields required. Still that I'm getting that all fields required. Now we will ask now individual. How we will get individual that username? If you are not entered email, right? Then you need to get email is required. Okay, that label you need to get. How we will get that means for that purpose you need to create a here. After that span I'm creating span ID, span ID. user required. User required. Here, user name is required. Okay. Now just you copy this one only. Yes, from that yes, right? Instead of all these big, we need to write individual conditions. You name that value, okay, value equal to empty. In that case, what you need to do is you name that style that border border color we have actually. Okay, border color red. It's alert. I'm giving alert, not required alert. Okay. So I'm removing alert guys. For now alert not. Directly I'm showing the label, right? So document that get element by ID of okay, segment get element by ID dot style, okay, dot display equal to block. Now if I'm clicking enter, so that false written false we need to write right. We'll write here written false. So if I'm submitting here, you got right. Username is required. So here style display none is our written color colon red. Now if you see username is required, you got right, and you have got the border also right. Okay, like this individual we will write actually here. So if you want for password, else here you need to do your uname right instead of uname pass. And here also you need to pass here after this a user requirement pass required. Okay, same thing here. Done guys. Now you can see here. Username is required. Okay. You have entered the username. Next. Again, you have clicked on submit. Then you need to remove this also, right? Password and further. Next, I have entered submit. Okay, password is required. You got right. So first, again, I'm clicking on this. You get username is required, password is required. Like that, we need to create for all the for controls we have, right? That controls we will write. Now, I told you, right? This username, that length is there, right? That length, the minimum length is 3 characters length. So minimum 6 characters length. If you have entered less than 6 characters, you need to show the error message, right? For that purpose, first we will create the error message. Okay. Here min require. Min require some ID, username is characters minimum 6 characters. Okay. Instead of coming to the password, here only else if we will write else if you name that length. Sorry, that length. Then you name that value dot length less than 6. In that cases, you name that similarly style that border color. Okay, you name that style that border color. Next, then thing document that get element by ID of that style that display equal to block and return false. Now, if I'm clicking first submit, username is required. It came, username is required. If you don't want, this should be independent. You can remove that here. Okay. Now, if I'm refreshing this, I will get username is required. If I enter this test, submit, so username is minimum 6 characters. So username is required, still it is there, right? In that case, what we need to do is this one will take here. So already valued at length means length. It is length is existed means that text is entered. So in that case, you can make it as a none. Okay, you can see now. If I'm clicking here, username is required. Just I have entered 3 letters only. If I'm clicking and submit, so that is gone. Now username is minimum 6 characters. Okay. So this is one type of validation. Means minimum 6 characters length, 10 characters length. Okay. And minimum one should be at the rate symbol. Okay. At the rate symbol means in that case you name dot value dot index of at the rate equal to -1. If it is not there, then only we will get error, right? At the rate index of at the rate means if that at the rate symbol is existed, in that case you will not show the error message. Okay. Next, you pass this value, password value, confirm password value. If it is not matching, then also we need to see error message. Okay. Here I'm showing for the confirm password. After confirm password, I'm creating one span. Confirm pass. Yep. Password and confirm password. Next we see. Directly it is showing that here that style what we have applied previous that display none and color that. Now that validation we need to write here. If you name actually here return false means the execution will stop here only, right? We already discussed, right? So because of that, it is not coming here. So when you have satisfied this condition only, it will come here. you pass value you have entered the something. Okay. This is then it come to here. Then uname dot value not equal to uname. Okay, you pass dot value not equal to this one. So you pass dot value. Okay, then in that case, what you need to do, you need to make it as a, okay, you pass that value, you pass that style that color like that I have entered. Okay, okay guys, now we'll see. I have checking that you pass value, this password value and confirm password value. If both are not matching, I'm showing the error message. This message red color. Okay. Now first I'm submitting this. Username is required, right? Test 1 2 3. I have entered. Now if I'm submitting this, password is required. This username is required, right? Here we will give else condition. That else condition you can make it as a instead of red, can make it as a blue. Okay, you can see now I have entered username PES, so only 3 characters. We got username minimum 6 characters. Now 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, that color we have that, right? If I'm submitting this, okay, this one also we need to make it as a display. You can see here if I'm submitting this, that username and enter errors gone. Okay. Now I came to here password is must, right? 1 2 3 4. I have given 1 2 3 4. I have submitted that. So password and confirm password must be same. I need to enter, right? This one you got that right. When you will get this means if enter thing you can copy. First you need to enter, right? CU box. Something. Now directly I'm entering, guys. Look at this one. Password. Password is required. I have given 1 2 3 4. Now it will come to here. Something happened is that page. Yes, now it is working. Okay, this done. Okay, error message done from password I have entered. Okay, confirm password, guys. You can see now. Confirm password is required, right? Yes, I need to make here display none, right? If I'm submitting now, so I have entered confirm password. See now, password and confirm password must be same. We got that right? That error. Okay, guys. Now you can see here. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. I have entered. Next row. Submit 1, 2, 3, 4. I have entered. I have submitted. I got confirm password is required. Now, so I have entered confirm password is instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have entered. Now, if I will submit password and confirm password must be same. Now I am removing this 1, 2, 3, 4. So submit. Now form is submitted. Okay. This is about like this. We will write the validations in JavaScript. Okay. Anything here. You are comparing, right? Equal to, not equal to, equal to. Here that length of, okay, that length, minimum characters length. And the phone numbers, if you enter the 10 numbers is required, right? That phone numbers dot value dot length to get uh, less than 10. In that case, you can see that mobile number must be. So I'm giving, actually, you guys are asking me the exercises, right? Now I'm giving that exercises. In the same form you can create. Okay, you need to write the validations, same validations, like already username, password, confirm password I have written, right? Email, okay? Mobile number, password. You need to create mobile number. That password, that mobile number minimum is 10 characters length. Okay, and the number must be starts with 9. Then only show. Uh, if your number is not starting with 9 or 8, then you can show a error message like mobile number is invalid. Okay, I'm giving you that task. How you can implement that? Okay, you can implement. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Like this is the form validation. Like this, we can create a form validation in JavaScript. So that's it for today, guys. Tomorrow don't have class. On Monday we have. Okay. Bye everyone.